Hello, I'm Scott from Healthwatch Kingston, recording the next part in our podcast on bereavement, grief, and loss for adults with autism and ADHD. I'm joined by Katy, Mario, and Katy from Involve. Thank you guys for joining us. So we're going to talk a little bit about your experiences of sort of bereavement and grief and loss, and what's helped you, move forward and follow. So Mario, you were happy to go first. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your experience?
My grandma passed away in January last year from a very long illness, very frail and old as well. It made me feel sad, especially on the day that she died, as well as on the funeral as well. But my parents told me to do your normal routine, such as go to work, go for walks as well as spending time with family and friends as well.
What's been the importance of keeping that routine? Has it sort of helped you to cope, helped you to,
It's helped me to cope.
and obviously there are things that will remind you of your grandmother. You mentioned earlier about when you think of her, you try to just remember
The good
the
times.
good times, the positive memories. So not necessarily, like you said, she was towards the end, she wasn't very well. So you think of the time before that.
Yes.
And is there anything in particular when you think of your grandmother that comes back to you?
Just mainly having a laugh together, as well as baking, going to a supermarket, driving around Richmond Park as well. And at home, I sometimes look at photos of my grandma as well. Helps me look back on the memories as well as the moments.
So do you find yourself thinking about her and then you get pictures out, or is it that you find time to deliberately look at
I,
pictures?
I just find time to look at
Yeah.
pictures.
And you say that's a nice feeling for you
Yeah,
to do that. When you're baking, do you ever bake to remind yourself of is there anything specific you bake that you used to do with your grandmother?
mainly biscuits.
And do you do that to remind yourself, or is that you
I haven't
find yourself,
done it in a while though,
okay,
those particular biscuits.
but do you find yourself you're suddenly baking the biscuits and you remember your grandmother, or is it something you do to help you remember?
I It just helps me to think about.
Okay, thank you, Mario. Was there anything else that you wanted to share before I ask?
I remember we used to spend time at my grandma's, such as birthdays, Easter as well. And the first year that after she passed away, we were all upset
Hmm.
that I spent time with my family.
So, like Easter we've just had, it would have been a few weeks ago.
It wasn't the Easter just
No,
gone
sorry, I'm just
last year.
the last year one was, you said it was really sad.
Yeah,
This one we've just had. Did you find it a bit easier?
easier to understand.
And yes, obviously it would have been normally been at your grandmother's house, so it's potentially something that will always remind you that,
Of the good memories.
yeah, of those lovely times you spend with Easter and other
Yeah,
times with her.
and Christmas we used to spend time.
Thank you, Mario. Katy, you well before when we said that you mentioned your loss. Did you want to share what you're comfortable sharing?
Yes, yes. Well, my dad passed away 4 years ago in June, and the 11th. But he had a brain tumor, and he was very ill for about a year, well, 6 months to a year. He was quite poorly, and it was hard to see him deteriorate and get worse. But when he died, I didn't know how to feel. I felt a bit. I don't know if I was feeling upset. I was feeling a bit like sad and things, and I was thinking, is this a good thing that he's gone now because he won't be in pain anymore because he had a lot of seizures and things, and I thought, well, he's not here anymore, but I would like him back. And like my mum said, would you like him back as he was, or would you like him back when he was ill and in pain? And I said no, when he was, like he was before he got ill. And it was a real shock that he got brain tumor.
Hmm.
And it was when he after he died, um, I went back to my routine. So I just did it myself. I just thought to help me through, I'm gonna go back to my routine. So I just went back to work. I did the things I like to do, like watch telly, and that really helped me because I thought then that's the things that I like to do with my dad was like watching telly and
Hmm.
I like watching comedy, and he liked watching comedy and shows and things. And I still get upset now when I see on telly a daughter and a dad together, or people speak to me and say, "Oh, I'm going to see my dad today. I'm going to do it for my dad." And I'm like, "Oh, you can't. It's gone."
Yeah.
You know, it's hard. And I just, Mum said you just have to get through it. And it is quite sad. But I look at pictures as well on my phone. They come up on the phone, like memories on my phone they come up. So I just look at them and I just think, oh, lovely times we had together.
Excellent.
Really nice. And I like listening to Coldplay, his favourite band, and I listen to them more now than I used to. And I really like that band, so it's really good that it helps me connect and feel that my dad's still here
Yeah.
with me. And that's really good. I really feel that.
That's lovely. Generally speaking, when like the photos pop up, it's a nice feeling to see the things you were doing.
Yeah.
If it does sort of make you guys, and for anyone really, something reminds you of the person you've lost, and you are feeling sad, is there anything you do, or do you just happy to feel sad for a little bit?
Yeah, I just feel sad. Some people, I know my friends, they lost people in their lives recently as well, but they don't show their emotions in front of me. They do it privately. Well,
Yeah.
I haven't seen them get upset or anything. They just talk about them, and sometimes I do get upset in front of people, but now mostly I get upset when I'm on my own and I'm sitting in my living room, just sitting there on my own, and I just get upset then.
But you take the time just to feel a bit upset because it is sad. There's no,
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
there's no, no. I don't see any point denying that it will be, it can be sad.
Mm.
So yeah, so you take the time to feel that way, but also, like you say, to watch your comedy and
Yeah.
listen to Coldplay more.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, Katy. So Katy, the experience you wanted to share. Did you want to explain it?
Oh,
Would you like me to, or
yeah.
that's okay? So you mentioned, tell me to stop and wave me.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that your grandmother passed away when you were younger.
Yeah.
So your memories, you said, are really good ones.
Yeah, really good one. She always made me and that's what I find really happy. And that's the one thing I miss about. Yeah.
And
And also we talk about the good things and the bad things.
okay, so is that with your family? So you have conversations, and you find that that's helpful to.
It's quite helpful.
Okay, because you mentioned pictures.
Also looking at really nice pictures of her and also related to her family. That's really good.
So related to
Her family?
her family. So what helps you to learning about her sort of parents, your great grandparents.
It's grandma with my dad's mom.
Yeah, and you said you look at pictures and then you learn a bit more about more of your family.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's nice. So and you find that helpful.
Yeah, I find it quite helpful.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. So some of the things you mentioned as our conversation is doing things that remind you, not necessarily doing things, but having that time, doing things that remind you of them.
Yeah.
So like your photos, learning about family,
Yeah.
the music and the telly that you watch, and the baking in Richmond Park. And the other big thing that from what you said is, if you are going through grief, is the routine. Is also sticking to your routine was massively helpful. If Is there anything else that you guys found helpful with bereavement grief for loss, or you think actually this would have been better if someone had done this for me? Is there anything you can think of?
It was good that I was with my family.
Yep.
That I had family there that I could just ring up and talk to,
Mm.
and they were going through the same thing as me
Okay.
because it was my dad, so it was my mum was going through it, my sister, and things like that.
Okay, so talking to people about it
Yeah.
as well,
It helps.
the routine and the pictures. Anything else?
I can think of something. my parents telling me if you feel low or anything, talk to us.
Okay, so having obviously when you are feeling low, not just having making sure that you do reach out to someone. So that'd be your advice. Is that advice you'd give someone else?
Yes.
Yeah. So to reach out if you're feeling low. I just want to thank you guys for sharing, for your time. But yeah, just want to thank you again for your time and sharing your experiences with us.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you.
That's okay. Thank you.
Thank you.